Good morning. Good morning. Coffee Cup Chronicle 96 was yesterday. I labeled it as 95, so today is 97. City of Greenville, South Carolina. Yep. Plain Jane Cup. I don't know how I got it, where I got it. No sticker on the bottom. But I used to be down there. Lived down there. I can tell you right now. Great city. If I could have kept a wage, if my company, who I worked for at the time, was Marriott, Sodexo Marriott. I told you all that story before. 89, I went to work for Marriott in Houston, Texas. And about 10 years later, they merged with a company called Sodexo. And on the same day, they branched back off again. And Marriott kept the hotel division. We took away their management, food service management division, MMS division. And I went to work down there. I got picked as the general manager for Verizon Wireless. We pulled up and looked at that 3-story building and 3,000 people in that building. I said, I'm going to be in charge of the food. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Great place. Great place. Let me tell you about Greenville. But first, let me have some coffee. I got up early. I figured I had to do this early. I have to go in for a cat. Instead of going to the cat to go fishing, Cattle Ruggers Creek, I got to go in for a cat scan. Always great black coffee. The only way to have it. Whew. Right now, it's just run-of-the-mill coffee. I got to order some more Community Club out of Louisiana. So let me tell you about Greenville. Centrally located, great place to live, low taxes, about 3 hours from Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. You're an hour and a half to Atlanta, maybe 2, and an hour and a half or so up to going the other direction, going up to Charlotte. You're 3 to 3.5 hours to 4 or 5 different beaches on the South Carolina, North Carolina border. We were right below Asheville, North Carolina. The mountains were right there. Y'all who here in Buffalo, just like from us to Allegheny State Park, about 60 miles, that's how far we were to the Blue Ridge Mountains. The Blue Ridge Parkway was only like 41 miles. Once you got on that, you were, the Alleghenies are great, but the Blue Ridges are so much better. And by God, if you get out west, you got to do the Rockies. Only problem is, as you get older, it's easier to do the Alleghenies and the Smokies. Of course, by now, we're not walking them. I had a talk with somebody the other day about the AT, Appalachian Trail. So, Ray, if you're watching, I don't think that's ever going to happen for us. I wish it could, but I don't think I'd be able to hack it. Anyway, back to Greenville. Great place. You can literally walk from the top of Main Street, where the Hyatt Hotel is, down almost 15 blocks, kind of down a small slant hill, all the way down to the Reedy River, and then it kind of takes a bend to the west and goes down to the ballpark, which was a brand new ballpark when I was there, and it is fashioned after the Green Wall in Boston. They built apartments on it. It was fantastic. Let's see, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, all summer long, there's activities. Friday night, there's always something going on in town. Let me tell you something. I guess I'm not explaining it as well as I should because it's been a while since I've been there. But it's dog friendly, restaurants galore, sidewalk cafes, sidewalk eating, Reedy River, the park down there has got a beautiful waterfall on it. It has a suspension bridge that's curved that you walk out on. And my mom came to see us, and she was there for a little while. She was there about a month, and we had a great time. They have an older building where all that's left is the brick facade all the way around, and they have concerts. So uptown on Tuesday nights, they have a little band out on the flat part of the Hyatt out front. Wednesday night was in the center of town. Good morning, Clyde. Clyde's come to see us again. Clyde's come to hide. Hey, Clyde. And Thursday night, it was down around the Reedy River, all for free. They had 2 music venues. That's where I went to see Phantom of the Opera and took my little niece, Casey, and her friend, and her mom and dad, my wife, and I. Great, great venue. Wow. Yeah, I'm just telling you, if I could have kept a job and my job had not changed and I had not, I didn't want to move. Fishing was great. Yeah, saltwater fishing was 3 hours away, but the rest of the fishing and the streams and the lakes there were great. The mountains were great. I mean, motorcycle run, we'd hop on the Gold Wing and where we lived just not 10 minutes, and we were up and starting to go up into the lower part of the Allegheny, lower part of the mountains there, and then we'd go up to the backside to Asheville. There was another place we used to go up a back road. It was all paved, called Saluda. Saluda was one of these little mountain towns that got the niche to go high-end everything. People used to go up and go eat. I mean, you couldn't get a meal. You couldn't get a meal in these little restaurants. And little storefront restaurants. You couldn't get a meal under $15 each. I mean, we're talking 10, 12, 15 years ago. But there was a barbecue place. The first time you had to go, you get into town, you go past all the expenses, you go across the railroad tracks, and it was on the left-hand side, and it looked like an old barbecue place. You could smell it before you got there. They had to open the whole area was open, and there was screening where you could look in to see what they were doing. And then you go into the restaurant, and we would always get a hog trough, H-O-G, hog trough. And it was a huge, like 18-inch long, big French bread. They took the middle out. They took a little bit of the top, inside of the top out, laden it with barbecue, and then put the lid back on. Oh my God. It was $13.95, but it was enough for 3. Definitely enough for 2, but you could probably feed 3. But Greenville was progressive. Great city. Like I said, you go down there on a Friday night and walk the street, walk all the way downtown, and there was nightly activities, friendly people. I even advised my ex-wife, Mary Jo. Her and Rick wanted to go. Rick wanted to go somewhere where there was golf. Her husband wanted to go somewhere where there was golfing, and they were going to go to Myrtle Beach. Well, look, Myrtle Beach is great. It's a tourist trap. Everything's high end. I mean, not high end, high cost. Everything. Greenville is not, and like I said, taxes were low. Charlotte, if you wanted to see. You had a choice to go to Atlanta Motor Speedway, Charlotte Motor Speedway. You can go up to Charlotte up there, and I can't remember the name of the event. We saw, oh my gosh, we went up there for Jekyll and Hyde played. We went up there for Blue Man Group. So you had options. It was just centered perfectly. So anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Oh my gosh, I'm on 9 minutes. I'm getting long-winded. Sorry, Jerry, you have to. And yes, that comment about my friends, oh well, Jerry, get used to it. Y'all have a great day. Coffee Cup Chronicle Day, whatever I said it was. 97. Greenville, South Carolina. Y'all Come back now, you hear?